There we go. All right, there we go. I'm gonna be critting you all video, so enjoy. Salutations, everybody! It is Matty here today, and these PlayStation 5 rumors are out of control. Apparently, a reveal event is imminent, and that means rumors and speculation are running abound, and that's my specialty, baby. Now, in this video in particular, we're gonna be focusing on the games because the game rumors are just insane. Some of the things I'm gonna talk about in today's video will actually make you flip out. I guarantee it if you haven't heard of it already. But we're gonna be parsing through all of that. We're gonna start off with the information of how we got here with that reveal event I was talking about. When is it planned for? Well, Venture Beats' Jeff Grubb has a good idea, and he's reported many things accurately in the past, so let's see what he has to say. First is a Sony event in early June. The company was originally planning for June 4th, but it is moving it around. The exact date is more nebulous now, of course, based off what is going on around us. That doesn't mean it's slipping by a matter of weeks though. The early June timeframe is still the company's current plan. It's amazing how stripping E3 out from the schedule is sending everyone into a frenzy. People are wondering, when is PlayStation doing their event? When, in all actuality, if we had E3, PlayStation's right on time. I think they've waited a while in comparison to Xbox, who's done more intermittent things, and so thus the expectations are a bit higher for PlayStation, but they're on time. But because there is no E3 and everyone's like, we just know it's coming out in the holidays, so when are we seeing it? People get antsy. So sometime in early June, which means we're close, guys. May's about to wrap up soon. We're not that far away. And if so, that means PlayStation should be talking about when the reveal event is happening in the first place. What's happening, everybody? Matt from the editing room here. Yes, you know what this means. There was an update in the middle of the production of this video. As we can see, Jason Schreier of now Bloomberg has provided an update. Sony is planning a PlayStation 5 game reveal event for next Wednesday, June 3rd, which Jeff Grubb has corroborated. So it looks like you guys should be marking down your calendar, but now it's into the rumors of all the games that should be coming to the PS5, and this is where it gets wild, so enjoy. There was a lot of speculation that PlayStation 5's release date would be sometime in October. This was thanks to a job listing, but after Famitsu had reached out to Sony, it seemed that was immediately debunked. So once again, you get that hype of the rumor, people start attaching themselves to it because they just want some semblance of information, and then Sony goes, nah, that's not true, and people get disappointed, hence the frenzy I've been talking about. But Sony did speak at one point, and they said something that, music to all of our ears. Let's read. By combining speed, haptics, and sound, we can further improve on the wonderful experience available on PS4, making the PS5 a truly next-generation console by providing game experiences that were not possible before, stated Yoshida during the meeting. Here we go, here's the good part. Games for the PS5 that deliver this new gaming experience are being made by both first and third-party developers, and we plan to introduce a compelling lineup of titles soon. Okay, I promised you games. Let's get into the games. We've got two articles to go over. One, I'm not going to talk about too much because I got to be honest, I'm not experienced with the franchise, but I know a lot of people really like it. Let's talk Silent Hill. So the next Silent Hill game was originally supposed to be PT, which was that super popular demo that came out that people are still replaying to this day, still digging out brand new information from it all these years later. I mean, can we talk about how much of an incredible piece of gaming history that demo really is? I wish they'd bring it back to the public so more people could experience it. Anyway, that got shut down, so people thought Silent Hill's it's Konami, it's done for. Apparently, it's coming back according to Dusk Golem, who is a trustworthy industry insider. Let's read the following tweets. It is developed by Sony Japan Studios and will be a PS5 exclusive. Original Silent Hill director and writer Kichiro Toyama is directing. The original Silent Hill composer Akira Yamaoka is composing. Original Silent Hill illustrator Masahiro Ito is doing the art. Various Siren and Gravity Rush devs and some others are working on it. This has nothing to do with Kojima or Silent Hills. That probably is not happening. Sony is not buying IPs. The game is not a remake. It is a soft reboot made so it could be someone's first Silent Hill game, like myself, to be honest. The game is playable and has a demo that will be shown around after the reveal. So I don't know where people's hype lies, because a lot of the excitement for PT, which was supposed to be a Silent Hill game, lied in the fact that it was Kojima, it was Norman Reedus, Guillermo del Toro, like a lot of big names combining into this poor experience. I gotta be honest, guys, I can't really talk much on Silent Hill in the terms of experience, but I'm happy for fans. I'm happy for you guys, and as someone who likes to poop themselves, I'm excited for some more Silent Hills. Why not? It'll be a good stream game at least. But this one, this is where it gets out of hand. This is where I need people to sit down in your chair and calm the hell down, because Jak and Daxter may have a full trilogy remake, but I'm about to take my fingers and poke a bunch of holes in it. Game Rant released an article titled "Rumor: Jak and Daxter Remake is in development for PS5 as a launch title." Don't play with me. This is not okay for you to just sling into an article, okay? Because Jak 1 through 3, mostly Jak 2 and 3, but those games, man, those games are special. Those games are so good. Some of my favorite PS2 games. You can't do this to us. You cannot. Bluepoint Games has established itself as one of the top studios in the industry when it comes to remastering and remaking older games for modern platforms. Its work on Shadow of the Colossus remake was praised in particular, and fans are excited to see what's next from the studio, myself included. Nothing official has been announced, but new rumors making the rounds suggest that it could be working on a remake or remaster of the PS2 era Jak and Daxter games. Time out, time out, time out, time out, okay, because you know what? You know what? If this ends up being true and they just abandon Sly Cooper, I don't know what I'll do. I think I'll just be really sad. This rumor originates from 4chan. Oh, how reliable. So fans should take it with a massive grain of salt. Even so, there have been legitimate video game leaks from 4chan, and so there is always on the off chance that the leaker is telling the truth. Yes, I love writing articles based on chance. In any case, the claim is that Bluepoint is working on a project called Jak and Daxter Re-Trilogy as a PS5 launch title, which will presumably be remastered or remade versions of the original 3 Jak and Daxter games. Okay, so if it's a remaster, I can buy into this. They already remastered the entire collection for the PS3. If they found a way to port that to the PS4/PS5, that makes sense to me. But remaking 1, 2, 3, I mean, that's a pretty crazy thing to say. It could be in the line of the Mafia trilogy where you remaster a couple games and then you remake one of them. Like if they remastered 2 and 3 and then they remade Jak 1 and made it less of a platformer and more in line with what Jak 2 and 3 became, with all the dark powers, the light powers that were introduced in 3, and the weapons that you could use. I think that would actually be pretty interesting to see, although I don't know if it would actually fit narratively. That's why they'd have to remake it from the ground up and completely change the story. This same leak also says that Bluepoint is working on a Legacy of Kain remake for the PS5 as well. However, it should be noted that Jak and Daxter and Legacy of Kain aren't the only games that Bluepoint has been rumored to be working on in recent months. Prior to the Jak and Daxter and Legacy of Kain leak, it was rumored that Bluepoint Games was making a Demon's Souls remake for the PS5. The studio itself seems to have hinted at as much, though other reports have indicated that it is making a Legend of Dragoon remake instead. Of course, it's certainly within the realm of possibility that Bluepoint has multiple games in development. But the more likely scenario is that most, if not all, of these leaks are fake. Imagine that. Like, imagine making a article titled "Rumor" stating what game might be in development, and at the end stating the obvious, that these leaks probably aren't true. Like, imagine just grabbing a random 4chan post and saying, this is it. Like, I did this stuff when I was 18, 19, like when I was much younger. These are supposed to be professionals. Why can't this be true, you might be asking? Bluepoint Games is a studio of like 100 some odd people, okay? Yes, they can balance multiple projects, but if you're trying to tell me they're doing a whole trilogy of Jak and Daxter, they're doing Legacy of Kain, they're doing Demon's Souls, that together is like 5 games, plus maybe Legend of Dragoon. That's 6 games in total. You're telling me 100-man studios just remaking all these? Remakes are totally different than remasters, and it's showing more and more that the industry does not get that. Remake is like making a brand new game from the ground up. Remaster, A lot of the work's done, you're kind of porting it, you're touching things up, there are some changes that are involved, but it's not nearly as work intensive as a remake. I know a lot of you are familiar with it, but it seems like a lot of people aren't when they post these types of leaks. Just seeing a 4chan post stating that, hey, we're remaking 3 PS2 games, we're remaking Legacy of Kain, we're remaking Legend of Dragoon, and guess what? It's been a rumor for a while that Demon's Souls is being remade. Like, how do you buy into that, really? As much as my heart wants it to be true, like, I want it to be true, but these rumors are out of control. Part of it is because Sony lacked in the communication department. They should have done some type of intermittent event that wasn't a total snooze fest focusing on specs and whatnot. And I know that sort of opens the door for them to focus on just games when they show off the console, which will please consumers. I have no doubt that one of these is true. If I were to put my money on any of these rumors for Bluepoint, it's going to be definitely Demon's Souls. This has been the longest standing rumor. There's been multiple sources corroborating that yes, this is what is happening, and I think that'd be a really neat launch title. If there was Demon's Souls on the PS5, for me at least, like, that gets my attention. I'm like, wait, what? Plus, Shadow of the Colossus just released in 2018. You're telling me that by this point in time they got maybe like 3 or 4 games ready? Look, I'll eat my words if I'm wrong, but I'm sorry, just simple manpower versus project scope does not make sense there. It does not add up where they could have accomplished all this unless under the radar they've expanded to like 500, 600 people, and I just never heard of it. Anyway, we probably won't have to wait too long if that early June window is accurate, so I'm excited to see what PlayStation brings out, but I just had to make a video about all these articles, all of these rumors that have been just spinning around. I think that it's getting a little out of control, and that means things are coming to a head, and we'll finally have our answers soon enough, which means some people will be off the wall excited, some people will be disappointed. Anyway, what do you guys think of these PS5 rumors? Fire away in the comments down below. Other than that, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Those links are in the description down below. Big thank you to all of the patrons who continue to smash it with the support. Thank you guys so much for providing that very helpful safety net. Love each and every single one of you, and I'll talk with you soon. Stay sexy, stay active. Love you all. Peace.